It's not just British banks who are losing billions. UK citizens are financially compromised too. Whether it's fraud, PPI mis-selling or document forgery and asset stripping, the cumulative effect of all these practices costs millions annually and result in a corrosive loss of trust with customers.
My name is Trevor Meelan. I'm a victim of Lloyds banking fraud. We've got a group now of 110 victims and we're sharing information about the frauds that Lloyds are doing. What happened to me, my background, I had a property technology business. I've been in property for about 30 years. I had local estate agents. My family were local farmers as well. Lloyds approached us with an expansion loan. We cashed in several of our investment properties to expand the business. Lloyds said that we'd be applicable for a 200k EFG loan, enterprise finance guarantee. When we got to 85,000, Lloyds pulled the rug and we soon found that we slipped from 6-7% interest up to 26% interest. We then found further loans that we'd not had, and this one here shows a secure loan, 250k, sort code, account number, open. We never had this. Lloyds are using customers' signatures and their identities to raise debts that people have not had, and then once they've done that, they're then closing in on customers with big lawyers, big solicitors, and they're conning them. They're taking them to court and they're asset stripping them. They're also abusing the land registry because they're placing originator charges which they don't update, and that's a really big thing. And Lloyds are using the land registry charge as a fraudulent instrument into the courts, stealing properties, and people don't know a thing about it. We're now getting a lot of customers that have been with Lloyds for decades and they're now closing accounts, they're going elsewhere, they're asking Lloyds for comments and they're refusing to answer. But there are definitely a lot of concern out here, and this is going to cost Lloyds millions and millions. So we're now at a stage where, you know, we've got great evidence that show the fraud. Hopefully Lloyds are going to remediate victims. Are on about the BBRS scheme, but today that's not fit for purpose because it only allows a very small percentage of people to go in it. But our thing is we keep fighting away like this. There's more and more protests happening, and when we get compensated and remediated, we can then get back to living our lives, give our kids what they've missed out on due to these, and think what we're going to do, whether it's another business or whatever it is. I was an advisor to the government on money laundering, to the Treasury. Lloyds Bank are criminally asset stripping customers through bait and switch, and then in breach of the 2006 Fraud Act. We're now working with the Police Crime Commissioner of Thames Valley, who has jailed 6 Lloyds bankers. More now need to go to jail.
We asked Lloyds Banking Group about the allegations made by Mr. Meelan. This was their response.